The haunting echoes of Ravenwood Manor, the mysterious invitation. It all began with an unmarked envelope that mysteriously appeared on Eleanor Hartley's desk, a seasoned historian who had dedicated her career to uncovering the truth behind forgotten legends. The envelope contained an intricately designed key and a single piece of yellowed parchment. Written in elegant, flowing script were the words, "Come to Ravenwood Manor. Unveil the truth and set us free." Ravenwood Manor was infamous in the small town of Ashwick. It was not just a house, but an enduring enigma. Constructed in the mid-19th century by Edward Ravenwood, an eccentric millionaire, the sprawling Gothic estate was abandoned after Edward and his wife Margaret disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Locals had always whispered about eerie lights, unsettling sounds, and unexplainable apparitions within its decaying walls. The invitation intrigued Eleanor. This could be her most significant historical investigation yet. Driven by a mix of professional curiosity and personal intrigue, Eleanor packed her car with essential tools: a flashlight, a notebook, a recording device, and the strange key. The drive to Ravenwood Manor felt surreal. The road was shrouded in dense fog, the kind that muffled sound and distorted light. When she arrived, she found the manor looming like a dark silhouette against a sky painted with the orange and pink hues of the setting sun. The enigmatic exterior. The sight of Ravenwood Manor was both breathtaking and unsettling. Its ivy-covered turrets and jagged gables reached skyward, as though defying the very forces of nature. Windows were shattered or boarded up, their voids hinting at secrets hidden within. The iron gates, wrapped in rust and vines, creaked open with an almost mechanical groan as Eleanor pushed them forward. As she walked the overgrown path to the house, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The front door was immense and adorned with ornate carvings of ravens, roses, and cryptic runes. When Eleanor inserted the key, it turned smoothly, despite its age. The door swung open to reveal a grand foyer frozen in time. Dust motes danced in the shafts of dying sunlight streaming through cracked stained glass windows. The air carried the unmistakable scent of decay, damp wood, and something faintly floral. The first exploration, Eleanor set up her recording equipment before beginning her investigation. She noticed portraits lining the walls, their subjects, presumably members of the Ravenwood family, staring back with hauntingly lifelike eyes. As she moved through the cavernous halls, her footsteps echoed unnaturally, as if the manor itself was alive and listening. The dining hall was her first stop. A massive table, still set with tarnished silverware and crumbling candles, dominated the room. On one of the sideboards, she found a faded photograph of Edward and Margaret Ravenwood. Margaret's eyes, though kind, seemed to hold a trace of sadness, while Edward's expression was one of obsession. Attached to the photograph was a note written in Edward's hand. "She is my light in the darkness. I must bring her back." The nursery's haunting melody. As night fell, the manor seemed to awaken. Eleanor's flashlight flickered as she wandered down an upstairs corridor. A soft melody began to play, the faint sound of a music box. Following the sound, she entered a nursery. The room was eerily preserved, as though awaiting the return of its occupant. A rocking horse moved ever so slightly, as if nudged by an unseen hand. On a child-sized desk, Eleanor found an open journal belonging to Margaret Ravenwood. The final entry was chilling. "Edward's grief consumes him. He speaks of rituals and ancient texts. I fear he may do something terrible to bring me back. I must stop him before it's too late." Secrets beneath the manor. Eleanor's investigation led her to a hidden passageway behind the library's bookshelf. The narrow stairs spiraled downward into a cold, dark cellar. At the center of the room was a large pentagram etched into the stone floor, surrounded by melted candles and strange relics. The air here was suffocating, heavy with a malevolence that made her skin crawl. As she documented the room, Eleanor began hearing faint whispers. They grew louder, overlapping, and incoherent. One voice, however, pierced through the chaos. "Release us. He trapped us here." The medium's revelation, desperate for answers, Eleanor sought out Clara Winters, a renowned medium in the area. Clara agreed to accompany her back to the manor. As soon as Clara stepped inside, she gasped. "This place is a prison for the souls he summoned," she said. Edward's ritual was successful, but it didn't bring Margaret back. Instead, it tore a hole between worlds, trapping both him and countless others. The spirits, Clara explained, were bound to the manor until the portal was closed. However, doing so would require a dangerous ritual that could anger the trapped entities. The climactic ritual. On the night of the ritual, Eleanor and Clara prepared the necessary items: candles, protective symbols, and a sacred incantation. As they began, the manor erupted with activity. Doors slammed, windows shattered, and unearthly screams filled the air. The pentagram in the cellar glowed with an unnatural light as shadowy figures emerged, their forms flickering between human and monstrous. Eleanor's voice trembled as she recited the incantation. The shadows lunged at them, but Clara held them back with her protective circle. Finally, a blinding light engulfed the room, accompanied by a deafening roar. When the light faded, the oppressive darkness was gone. The spirits were free. The aftermath, Eleanor left the manor for the last time, the mysterious key now dull and cracked. Though the hauntings had ceased, the experience had left an indelible mark on her. Ravenwood Manor stood silent and empty, a monument to the consequences of tampering with forces beyond understanding.